What is the message of these spirits, spirit contact? Some years ago, I was asked to do a debate in a small town in Indiana, and a fella had just bought a house right across the street from the public high school, and he'd set up a little center that he called a youth center in the house, and he had, ping pong table and foosball table and that kind of stuff and games out. And when high school let out at the end of the day, high school kids were invited to come over. There would always be food, and there would always be games, and he would have religious studies with them. And people began to get nervous about what this was. They said, this is a New Age teacher. He's trying to teach our kids about the New Age movement. And I said, would you be willing to come and debate him in front of the kids so they can see this is wrong? Okay. So I studied. I'm ready to debate the New Age movement. We're having it at his little youth house. Got a bunch of people there. And I get there a little early. I meet him. I introduce myself. I'm talking to him for a moment. I found out he's not a New Age teacher. Now, I'm ready for a debate in front of people. And I don't have a clue what this guy is. He belonged to a group I'd never heard of before. They were called the Faithists. And they had a Bible, 1,100-page Bible, called a Washpi, which I had never heard of before or never seen before. I've looked at one time or another for it. I did find a copy available for $1,100. To be honest, I just wasn't close to being that interested. If I could get one for free, I'd take it. I have seen one and got to look at it. But so now I'm about to debate with somebody over what they believe, and I don't know anything about it. You say, is that scary? No, because I'm going to make the same point no matter who I'm debating. Where did your information come from? He didn't want to answer that. He said, well, we just want to talk about it. I said, no, I need to know that. That's the starting place. Where did your information come from? Well, from Owashby. Who wrote Owashby? And he gave me the man's name. Where did he get his information from? And I had to spend half the debate time to finally get him to tell me. And he got his information from angels who came to him and told him that since the first century, the truth had been lost on the earth. But God had been looking for someone sincere enough and honest enough, and wonderful enough that he could reveal the truth, seducing spirits telling you what you want to hear. And that the angels came and took over his body and wrote out these 1,100 pages through him. Thank you, sir. Now we got somewhere we can go. I say I have one more question. I just need one more thing. What did the angels tell him about Jesus? He said, well, the angels let him know how wonderful Jesus was and how great he is and all that. But when you get on the other side, you find out Jesus was just an advanced angel. I thank you, sir. I now know absolutely everything I need to know about your religion. 1 John 4. Every spirit that confesseth not that Jesus is the Christ, come in the flesh, then this is the spirit of Antichrist. By the way, I'm not talking about spirits to scare anybody. Would you look at verse 4? You're of God, little children, and have overcome them, because greater is he that is in you than he that is in the world. If you and a demon-possessed person are in the same room, the demon-possessed person has a reason to be afraid. Because the Holy Spirit in you is greater than the demon that is in him. Okay? And I mean that. I could talk about that for a long time.